Hello there, and welcome to episode 7 of my May the 4th Be With You series, celebrating Star Wars, obviously, where I previously asked you to pick which kit I should build out of a Y-Wing Starfighter, an X-Wing Starfighter, a TIE Fighter, and a TIE Advanced as flown by Darth Vader. In the previous video, we put the cockpit and the fuselage sections together. I'm afraid I skipped out on the video putting all this rather intricate pipework together. As you can see, we've used pretty much half a sprue so far on pipework alone. That's taught me some new levels of patience, it can be said today. There's tons of it on there. I did think about getting a plumber out to give me a hand, but I actually managed it okay, I think, on my own. So what we're going to do now is we're going to build an engine pod, which I've already done one of them. And I'm still kind of blown away how this thing goes together, to be quite honest with you. It just clicks together. I mean, there's been some comments in the comment section as to whether this is, sort of intended for kids or not. And I suppose possibly it is, because, whatever. But it definitely does require an element of patience. That's all I'm going to say. That's taken me a couple of hours just to do the pipe work on that and get it kind of okay. So, I mean, obviously these things can be just not painted, but I'm going to be throwing some paint at it later on today. And yeah, let's just get on and put this this McGubbins together then. So I'll put the camera down there a bit. I'm just going to zoom it out so we can all see what I'm doing. So this little thing here has to be a certain way, and it goes in a certain sequence of what goes in. So that 15 piece goes in there. Now I want number 17, which goes in there. Now I want 16, which just slots in there. I mean, I just think this is a genius way of putting kits together, to be quite honest with you. So that all clicks together. Oh, hello. What are you doing? He's going to need a bit of glue. I'll put you on pause. There we go. Let's just get that just there. So that's all gone together now. And so that's this little section of engine. And now what we're going to do is we're going to attach it to this bit here, which goes like that, I think. Yep. Yeah. That goes in there like that. And this little bit goes in there like that. I pulled that in too far. Pause. Yes, we've got all that together. And now we're going to start putting these side panels on. So there's a certain way in which this goes, I think. Where is it? Oh no, it goes that way, doesn't it? Yeah. Right, yeah, so that bit goes in there. It goes together like that. See, it all just clicks together. It's really cool. I love it. I'm going to have to do one of the other ones. And that just goes together like so. Now, I mean, I'm going to put some extra thin down these sides here because they are really secure, but it seems to make sense to use all the tools you have. So now we're going to put this piece on. I was going to leave this off and paint it separately, but I can't be bothered. I am going to paint it, obviously. And that goes in there like that. So that's the engine pod pretty done, and now we have to do these booms or straps or whatever the hell they are. So you can see here, that's going to need a bit of glue. I'm going to put you on pause for a minute. Yeah, so we've had some extra thin on there. So what do we do now? I'm going to build this little thing here. I think this is the directional, some sort of directional McGubbins. And there is a particular way that this goes. It's very, very obscure how it goes together. It goes in there like so. Where's it gone? There it is. And then this piece just sort of slots in like that. So obviously I'm putting some glue in there just to make sure that stays in place. Like so. Right, so let's get these straps on. How did I do this last time? I think I did it this way, didn't I? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to put a bit of glue in these because I don't want them falling apart, basically. I have to remember not to drop this on the floor at any point because these are very, very fragile, these bits. So that's all gone together like that. And now we need to put this thing in here. So I'm going to whap a bit of glue in those join sections. Come on, get in there. It would help if we had it the right way around. Oh, so it's much easier last time. Turning this damn camera on just makes things difficult for me. I can't see what I'm doing. And that's it. Look at that. So a bit of extra thin on there. And basically, we're ready to stick those on now, aren't we? That's the way it goes. So let's put a bit of glue on and see what happens. So there we go. So that's all gone together quite nice. So obviously we need to put our yellow bands on here, but I've decided that I'm going to paint them yellow separately. I've got a whole load of extra bits of pipe to put on. I do have to make a choice as to whether I'm going to have the landing gear up or down. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're pretty much on target for this. And I think it looks really pretty damn awesome, to be quite honest with you. So what do you think? Is it a kids thing, or is it, you know, something for, I mean, let's face it, a lot of models are for kids, or they're sort of intended for kids. I'm just a big kid at the end of the day. So I'm pretty happy with how that's coming out. So what we're going to do is we have made a selection of the ICM white grey, as I can't remember which one it was, but I painted a bit of one of these with it yesterday and I can't tell the difference. So that's obviously the right colour. The only real issue I've had with this kit is there hasn't really been very good guidance as to painting. You can see the painting thing here, and it just says grey body, flat white and grey, but it doesn't really say whose paints you're supposed to be using. Now Bandai is sort of owned by Revell, so I'm kind of guessing, you know, Revell paints, but I haven't got any Revell paints, so I'm pretty much going to be using ICMs for most of this and a few Tamiyas. But we'll be getting the airbrush out shortly, and we'll go and give it a once over with some primer. I'm thinking of going for black primer all over once I've masked off my cockpit area, and then we're going to give it a dosing of this white grey, and then we're going to try and replicate these bandings again, because obviously we've gone over where we've gone past the stage where we can sort of take this thing apart now, even though when you put it together it doesn't really want to come apart again. And we're going to be painting the cockpit cover up in the same grey colour, which I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. I'm probably going to have to make some of that up myself, I reckon, with some blue and some grey or something. So yeah, I've just noticed I've got those two things on the wrong way around, so I'm going to have to do something about that now. So thanks very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. And yeah, we made a cock up. Look at that. We've got those things the wrong way around. Yeah, great. So be seeing you. Cock up.